The crew worldwide, from Cali to Twitter, real hardcore fans, boxing ass niggas, consistency cops, police the views, we'll pull up receipts for any debate you choose. Shout outs to Clan Archie for the dope production. Ring gang stay with the best discussions. Ring Gang Radio.
Speaking of fights, right now we have this coming weekend, and we have some really good cards coming up. Starting with Friday's card on Inglewood, California, it's DAZN, and the main event for that card is lineal 115 champion Srisaket Sor Rungvisai, aka King Sor, aka the Rat King, is a pin-in. He'll be rematching Juan Francisco Estrada for the belt in the first fight, which was a war in itself, in a fight of the year candidate. My thoughts on this fight: it's about damn time. One thing that HBO did get right in its final couple years airing boxing was showcasing some of the lighter weights, like the sub 122 pounders. In this case, it was super flyweight, and flyweight and super flyweight. Thanks, with Chocolatito leading the charge behind that one, and for that we were, a lot of the audience was exposed to some of the fades that these lighter weight cats, be handing out, some serious ones. And it was the fight between Chocolatito and Srisaket Sor Rungvisai in the first fight, which was the co-main event to Triple G, where Triple G, gave a box lesson to Danny Jacobs. And that fight damn near stole the show because it was so bloody and so violent, and it was a huge upset to boot. And Sor Rungvisai won the belt and won lineal recognition, and he repeated
bad decision as well.
What's that?
It was a bad decision as well.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, at best, at worst, it was a draw. Sor Rungvisai probably. Actually, did I? No, I actually.
No, come on, nigga. Chocolatito won that first fucking fight.
Bro. No, I'm thinking about. I think I did score the fight from 115, 113, and that's with the knockdowns and the point deductions. Because I think again had a couple even rounds up in there too. But it was still a hell of a fight. I think. But
Chocolatito. It was a hell of a fight. We can't, that's the main thing here. We can't forget that,
Right. But then, of course, that fight, was the beginning of Chocolatito, who rematched him later on in the year and probably got KO'd. So Srisaket pretty much took over the Chocolatito role, and then fought Estrada on one of the Superfly cards that HBO had, and to a war which Srisaket won by majority decision, I believe. And Estrada, thought, was like, had been campaigning for a rematch for a minute. So here we are. LB, do you have any thoughts?
I thought the first fight was super close. I thought Estrada edged it. I thought his punching was just cleaner. But he was getting driven back a lot during the fight. So the ring generalship was kind of back and forth.
Yeah.
I expect another type of fight like that this weekend. But I'm gonna just be real with you. I'm gonna still go pick fucking Juan Francisco Estrada. To me, he's still the superior boxer. He's one of the most underrated technicians in the sport.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just gonna. I feel like if he just gets off first more this time, and if he could push Sor Rungvisai, if he could push him back more, he could win. Cause that's one thing he had a little problem in the first fight with.
Well, he didn't let his hands go really, because it took him a while to warm up into the fight.
Like he offensively get going until like I think the second half.
Yeah, exactly. And I think
Then he was countering in combinations, and it was a tough fight. Sor Rungvisai is a powerful dude, and it's like he has a style where he just drives you back.
Mm-hmm.
And you countering on the back foot and combinations, and you got to pivot, and Estrada just needs to get off a little earlier, better this time.
Right, exactly, and go to his body for all places. You gotta, a lot of these ones they forget, they neglect Sor Rungvisai's body. I was like, a good body type will probably slow him down. And that's a plan that Estrada needs to employ, but we will see. But I'm excited about this fight because it was like,
yeah,
I've become a fan of Sor Rungvisai and this type of fighting. So yeah, hopefully the little guys can steal the show again as the main event. Because because what's that?
I believe they will.
Yeah, so do I. But cross your fingers. There's no funny shit or accidental fouls or anything like that. And the co-main of that fight is Daniel Roman, who is, I believe, the WBA super bantamweight champion, and then you have TJ Doheny, who is the IBF super bantamweight champion. So this is what we call a rare unification at this weight. It's rare because I think the last unification attempt was probably Donaire Rigondeaux. I think that was the last one. And then, of course, Rigo won that fight, and, he had those belts before he was quote-unquote stripped for various unknown reasons. So, and those two, I would say one, and then Roman is probably much a beneficiary of that strip. So now we have we have a unification going on there, and I feel this fight is getting slept on a lot for some odd reason. I don't know. Was that
fight of the year?
Oh, it definitely does that. TJ Doheny is he's a bleeder. There's no question about that. And Roman is a hell of a fighter. Roman is also a complete underrated fighter too. I mean, the last time he was out, it was on the first DAZN USA card, the one that was up in Chicago. And he busted up some guy within like 10 rounds or whatever. And
was the
yeah, it was a hell of a fight and a hell of a performance. So I'm really excited about this fight. I mean, I personally think Roman will win this fight, but Doheny will be game. He'll be complete game. So so if there's any fight that will probably steal the light from the main event, it will probably be that fight.
Imagine that.
But in a way, I wouldn't be mad if obviously both fights do end up being something special. But but the fact that we actually have a card like that on on a show, it's a rarity. It's a huge.
Yeah, man, because 2019 been some. How the Jamaicans say the MAGA year. Bomba clout. Man, like it's just been real. It's been a real slim ass year, man. Like there's been a lot of boxing going on, but not a lot of boxing going on.
You couldn't put it any perfect, And this card, I think, hopefully, this card will be the start of this weekend. Will be the start of, some of these cards getting their shit together. I mean, there's a long streak of cards that are going to be happening from now until probably the second week of June. That it's like, oh damn, this is the shit right here.
Clear your schedule. Like hold on, what time does this card start on a Friday night?
I mean, I know because one thing that DAZN does a lot, and I appreciate too, is they highlight their the young signees on these cards. So I'm guessing it's either 6:30 or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm thinking it's around there, and it's and you know they're gonna have like, depending on who drops on, at least like 4 of these type of fights.
So the main card starts at like what, 9?
Yeah, something 8? Like that, 9 or 10 or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's Friday night, so I mean I don't know. I mean I'm pretty sure no fight. If it has to be pushed out, I'm sure that's what it's gonna happen.
I think Scott Quigg was supposed to be on that card, right?
Yeah, he was supposed to be on that card to face Jason Velez, but Quigg tore a tendon in his arm, which was highly unfortunate too, because that would have been a good one, a good fight to have. But what is on there too is Jesse Vargas versus Humberto Soto. On there, and it's an interesting fight for different ways. For Soto, it's because he scored the minor upset this year against Brandon Rios and actually outworked him and rocked him a couple times unexpectedly. And then we have Jesse Vargas, who has 2 draws. One draw that he may have arguably won the fight, and another one where he arguably should have lost it. Should have lost that fight. So Jesse Vargas is in a place right now because of these draws, in a place where he cannot.
It's not even a sunken place. It's like a boxing purgatory. Is it? Who's coming off of 2 losses? I mean, I'm sorry, 2 draws where one of them they could have won, one of them they could have lost.
Yeah, it's a rarity. It's a huge rarity.
Same year, bro.
Yeah.
As a main event.
Yeah, it's very rare to see something like that. But Jesse Vargas put himself in this situation, and now it's to the point where he's facing somebody that he should outclass and probably put away. To at least do it, because if this fight is any parts competitive that it should be, it's not a good sign for Jesse Vargas.
Nah, it's gonna be competitive. I can already see the fight being competitive, but since I'm gonna go with a different type of competitive theme. It could be competitive, which it shouldn't be really, or it could be like a prime Eric Morales type of competitive where it's an entertaining fight competitively, but it's not really competitively. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it need to be more like that type of fight where it's like, it's a good fight. He beat the guy. He won clearly. He ain't struggled. Soto got off some shots. I mean, he was there with the dude. But if you don't see that Vargas is the younger, fresher guy, then there's a problem.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. And Vargas. Vargas doesn't have a lot of power, but I'm confident there's gonna be some fades being handed out by both.
Vargas has enough power. Like he's one of those middle of the road guys. He's not like a Milanazi. He has average power, I would say. But you gotta land. You gotta let them hands go.
Yeah.
And against the older guy, more worn out fighter like Soto,
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, like I said, anything another draw or a loss for Vargas will probably keep him in where he's at right now in terms of career-wise, and like LB says, in purgatory. Because if you 3 draws in a row means something is going wrong. Something's going horribly wrong.
Yeah, something like you just can't. Because if he could have damn kept the offense going in the Broner fight, he could have won that. But around the 6th round, it's like he kind of slacked a little, and it let Broner start, doing his offense, and then he took over. The Lorme fight, he kept getting hurt.
Right.
So I mean, so his defense needed to be better in that fight. So damn. So it's like you know, like in one fight the stamina hurt him, defense hurt him the other fight. So I mean, nigga, that shit better not hurt you this fight.
Right.
If you supposed to be the younger, quicker guy, you should have better defense than Humberto Soto now. You should have better stamina than him. So the problems you had in your last two fights, you know, if they show up against Soto, man, you got to really look at your career, man.
Right, exactly. And then also some other people are going to be on this card. Like I mentioned before, you know, the DAZN likes to highlight younger fighters. I know Austin Ammo Williams, you know, an amateur standout is going to be on this card. Emmanuel Taylor is going to be on this card. And someone who I'm high on, Anthony Sims Jr., he'll be facing Devin Alexander's older brother, Vaughn Alexander. So, like I said, I mean, there's plenty of interesting fights on this card, but obviously, like the three main that we just talked about before, those are hopefully that's going to set off this TV season correctly. I should say. Yeah.
Because boxing ain't really start this year yet for me. It's just been there.
No, and I completely agree. And like I said, the streak of fights from now until at least, you know, mid to late June should hopefully will correct things and put it to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
And of course you can see this card live on DAZN. You know, honestly, so
that's like a real good ass card, bro. And shout outs to Scott Quigg. Hope he, you know, get a nice recovery. Cause damn, I know his fight would even make this card even better. So
yeah, exactly. You know,
get well soon, cuz that's all I got to say on that shit. You know, I'm a boxing fan.
So yeah, that brings us to the end of our show. LB, do you have any final thoughts?
Nah, I mean, boxing gonna turn up this week, man. Shit, you know, Friday, let's go. DAZN in the house.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We gonna have 3 good fights. Shit, that's all it is. The only thing I got to say is y'all hit up ringgangradio.com. You know, just hit the website, check us out. Got everything there for you. Don't forget, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Podomatic, YouTube. Like us on Facebook. You know, holla at us on Patreon. And don't forget the GOAT artist Shutterworth. The GOAT artist album is now on all streaming platforms. Y'all check that out. Y'all want some dope hip hop? So,
yep, exactly.
I got to say, you know what I mean? So,
yep, check that shit out, man. You know, LB's a talent, you know what I'm saying? You know, check that out, man.
The Soul Wars. I ain't even plugged that in, man. Y'all remember, you know, soulwars.com, you know, that my online comic, you know, y'all hit up my Instagram. I'll be putting up a page each week of it. So that's it, man. Just GOAT artist shit, man. We doing a lot over here, bro. Ring Gang.
Right, you know, and yes, I'd like to add on, you know, we're obviously, you know, we're looking at more ways, you know, to bring our podcast to a larger audience. So stay tuned with that. And you know, probably more Forgotten Fades on the way. You know, of course, more content. You know, who knows? Maybe you may see a couple prediction videos this week. You know, if I have time to make some. I have a little time to I'll probably have time to make at least one. So yeah, you know, keep following Ring Gang Radio, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, everything like that. Support what we do. If you like what we do, hit that Patreon and everything like that. If else, leave comments. You know, constructive criticism, all that. You know, because this ring gang shit is so serious, man. So yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say. So for myself, Patscorpio, the New England representative, from my man LB, Shutterworth da Gawd, Go Artist. You know, we're out, and most likely may see you. You may hear from us tomorrow night. All right, peace.